actually just in this pit, which I think is kind of the weird beauty of hip camp, or just finding weird places to stay that aren't Walmarts. This is definitely one of them.
We're Jalen and Daniella, and in May of 2022, we decided to sell our things, buy a school bus, and build it out to be the traveling home of our dreams. Since January of 2023, we've been traveling the United States, experiencing amazing eats, killer views, and meeting other creative beings. We invite you to hop on the cream-based bus and make memories with us that will last a lifetime. After 7 months of free campsites, Jalen and I found ourselves paying for our first ever hip camp. Getting back on the road as a dual-income household with a second remote job, a Starlink, and the rainiest summer to date left us desperate for solar power. If this is not your first time tuning in, then you know in the last week, we became the people we always despised, generator people. With this comes the fact that you can't just run a generator anywhere, hence the big open dirt pit we are currently in. But there was a perk to this site, river access. So we found the river. I don't know if this is the exact access point that the hip camp host said, but it's definitely an access point. However, we are uncertain about going in the water. There was a lot of rain yesterday, the past few days, and so I'm wondering if that's why it's so muddy, but the water is like red-brown. I mean, I don't know. There's also all this random stuff here. I feel like maybe those people are like dead and their blood is like pooling all over. So, yeah, we're gonna keep walking around.
There's only been a few instances that have steered us away from enjoying bodies of water. Most of the time, we just hop in. After massive flooding in Massachusetts, we could tell immediately that this river wouldn't be the refreshing plunge we had looked forward to. This was still a wonderful stroll through the forest. There's a waterfall not far from here, so we plan to take another chance at swimming come tomorrow. Again.
Say it again.
It's a type of amanita, I believe.
Not as confident for the camera.
I wouldn't eat it. Hey, baby. You almost done?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're about to get off work. It has been a very long day. Every day seems to be a very long day recently. I think we are getting help with our solar. We figured out it's a BMS, battery monitoring system.
It's the computer.
It's the computer. And they're going to send us a replacement. Hopefully we'll be here within 5 days. We're going to pick it up at a friend's house in Massachusetts who we're visiting next weekend. Let's get this bus ready to move.
Most of my stuff lives on this desk still. I just have to move the computer to a safer spot, but everything else is either stuck down or doesn't really move. Most of the stuff in the bathroom is stuck down, and when I say stuck down, that means we're using
This Quake Hold museum putty stuff, and this works super well and it's very cheap on Amazon. It's my work stuff. I like to put this away for the weekend, but it's not the weekend, so out it stays. My stuff is not stuck down like Jalen's stuff, and therefore it goes on the bed.
Starlink we put on the top. Just the right size to slip it through.
And that also just goes on the bed. Typically we like to do our dishes and put them away before we drive, but I am not doing that, so everything is just going in the sink. And it'll be fine. Our fridge gets tied.
Fridge gets tied.
It's not always needed, but we do tie the doors together because we have had an incident where the freezer opened and everything fell out. I think the last thing is really tying the barn door.
Flies once, tied down.
Yeah. Always forget about.
And there's a latch on every single one of these. Boom.
And that one's latched.
Bus. Oh, last thing. Generator has to come inside.
Oh yeah, that's Jalen's job.
This is now a storage for gasoline, empty propane tank, water hose, and electrical cable. Over the propane.
Safety.
And then closes it. There you go. And this comes inside with us. And before it does, I always turn off the circulation on it so that we don't die of carbon monoxide poisoning.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you do that.
Let's go to the lake.
Let's do it.
There's literally no one here. It's super awkward. They're obviously open. It's dusk to dawn, but we're the only people in this parking lot, and I didn't see anyone at the picnic tables. I didn't see anyone at the boat ramp. It could be a good thing or a bad thing. That could mean, one, we're lucky, and we just got this place all to ourselves, or two, this river is disgusting, and something is wrong with it, and that is why no one is here swimming. Either way, we're gonna swim. Yeah, okay. Little baby guys.
So this guy let us know that the falls we were gonna hike to on this trail, which is flooded, you can also drive there. It's the next right up the road. So we're gonna give that a try. See how it goes.
Jones Falls, and can't you hear it? It's literally rushing right over there.
Once we got to these falls, we realized it was unlikely that we'd be able to swim in any of the surrounding areas due to the recent rainfall and floodings. The water was rushing along the mountain with such force, a reminder of Mother Nature's power and that sometimes all you can do is surrender.
We may not have been able to enjoy swimming in these watering holes, but all of the rainfall the states have received is fueling a beautiful view of mushrooms sprouting from the soggy surface. The time has come to head on our way. We have some great friends coming to meet us in Vermont, so let's burn some diesel and get on our next destination. Hope to see you there.